Hey everyone. Vedas, Puranas, and Itihasa have recorded world history centered around present-day India much prior to the start of Satya Yuga. First king recorded is Badi, also known as Prachina Badi. 10 generations passed and then in 11th generation, Pracheta was king. His wife was Suvarna and they had 10 sons called Prachetas, which primarily means the observant and intelligent. These 10 were also the Prajapatis. Today, let's know about how the world was before the start of Satya Yuga. Let's start the video, but before that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. There must be a connection between Prajapati in Rig Veda and protagonists of the Greek Orphic tradition, or both must be referring to same persons as Greek history got mixed into Puranas later. The original list of 10 Prajapati includes Marichi, Angiras, Atri, Pulastya, Pulaha, Kratu, Vashishtha, Daksha, Brigu, and Narada. They were meant to create different races at different places in the world, and their creative role varies. Pulaha was meant to create Kim Purushas that can be called today as aliens. Pulastya was one Prajapati who was also known as Pulastya Brahma for the multiple races he created. Pulastya race settlement is today called Palestine, and his grandson Ravana assembled Asuras from Middle East, Patala, which is modern-day South America, Africa and India, to form an army. Greeks call this race as Philistines around 12th century BCE. One of the Prajapati, Daksha, had two wives, Prasuti and Akshini. Their daughters including Swaha, Khyati, Sati, Aditi, Diti, Danu, Kadru, Vinata, Rohini, Revati and Rati, along with sons called Haryasvas and Sabalasvas. Daksha lived in Daksharamam, which is present-day Andhra Pradesh. Aditi married Kashyapa. Their children were Indra, Surya, Bhaga, Varuna, Mitra, Aryaman, Savitra and Vamana. Indra, Surya, etc. were humans who ruled over certain land parts, but not gods as described in Vedas. Vamana also was a human who was later regarded as Vishnu Avatar. This Surya had children called Vaivasvata Manu, Yama, Yami, Ashwins, Revanta, Swarni Manu, to name a few. This Vaivasvata Manu, also referred to as Shraddha Deva or Satyavrata, and is the progenitor of humans after the Great Deluge which occurred during this era. His descendant Ishvaku started the Solar dynasty that is called as Suryavamsha in India. Manu was guided by a huge fish, and the same story is referred as Noah's Ark. But Noah's Ark and other stories do not give geographic location of this deluge. Mahabharata gives details that it happened around Himalayas as entire earth was submerged in water and all surviving humans stepped on highest peak of Himalayas called Naubandhana. Satyavrata was a king of the Dravida kingdom during the epoch according to the Matsya Purana. When he was offering daily prayers in Kritamala river, he got message about upcoming deluge. After the deluge, Manu's family and the 7 sages repopulated the earth. According to Purana, Manu's story occurred before 28 Chaturyugas in the present Manvantara, which is the 7th Manvantara. 6 Manvantaras have already passed before the present one, which means that history is much older than what we know. This narrative is similar to other flood myths like the Gilgamesh flood myth and the Genesis flood narrative. Vaivashvan's wife was Shraddha and they had 10 sons: Rishabhanatha, Drishnu, Narishyanta, Dishta, Nriga, Karusa, Saryati, Nabhaga, Pranshu, Prisadhara, along with one daughter, Ila. After the deluge ended, Vivaswan lived close to Himalayas. There were no castes by birth in those days when Satya Yuga started. It was called Krita Yuga because everything had to be created or manufactured. His son Nabhaga had two sons who were engaged in trade. So they were called Vaishyas. Later, few of their descendants again took to kingdom and ruling. Ambarisha was from this clan. Karusa's son became warriors. Prasidhara settled with physical labor, so was called Shudra, though born as Kshatriya. Narishyanta's descendants were Sakas. Drishnu descendants were Darshataka Kshatriyas. Saryati had one son, Anartha, who went to west coast and formed his own kingdom with capital as Kushasthali, which was many years later used by Lord Krishna to build Dwarka. Saryati's daughter Sukanya married Rishi Chavana. Rishabhanatha became Ishwaku by drinking Ikshu Rasa, that is sugarcane juice, for survival and built a city called Ayodhya with fortification which was difficult to attack. He started Ishwaku dynasty or Suryavansham. Rishabhanatha later went to Vanaprastha as was regarded as a Jain. The tradition of making elder son as king and going to Vanaprastha continued in Ishwaku dynasty till King Aja. It was broken when Dasaratha died at home. Later, Lord Rama also did not go to Vanaprastha. All this history proves that they were primarily from South India who later spread all over India. The eldest person in a family was called Arya, which actually means first person. The same word is used in South Indian language as Ayya, which means elder or father figure. They were the original Aryans who spread all over India, but not someone who came from Europe. Greeks came and mingled with Indians in those times, but original Aryans already existed here. Ishwaku brothers had a sister named Ila who loved Buddha, and they got a son, Pururava, who spread Luna dynasty, that is Chandravamsha, in India on his grandfather's name. Well, that's it for today. I hope you're liking Nerdies discoveries. Can't wait for the next video to learn more and be fascinated about. See you on the next. Bye.